Welcome to the Activated Story Theater's 144th podcast.
This episode we bring you Perseus and Medusa, a Greek myth.
Especially for Halloween.
Oh, yes indeed.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And together we are the
Activated Actors. We are coming to you from Foxboro, Massachusetts, where we have been hunting the area lately.
We are in the Halloween spirit because we have been working for our son at his haunted attraction, which he has been dreaming of opening since he was 9 years old.
Yes, and it is successfully opened, and we are having a delightful time scaring everybody. If you'd like to jump out of your skin, there's a couple more days left. You can come join us on Thursday and Friday.
That's the 30th and 31st.
The 30th and the 31st.
The 31st, yes.
It will be Halloween night. If you're in the Boston area, it's worth the trip to come on over to Foxboro at the Orpheum Theater, right in the middle of downtown Foxboro.
Right on the square.
Main square,
Classic
yes.
Old movie theater on the square. They took out all the seats so Zephyr could set up his haunted house. And it's really quite an attraction. It's been getting raves.
Yes, it has. So come join us. Beelzebub's CarnEvil. If you're age 12 and up, it's definitely recommended for the older crowd.
There was a nice little article, by the way, in the Foxboro newspaper about Zephyr and the attraction, and it even mentioned us.
Yes, and in other news, we've been touring New Jersey and Connecticut, doing shows all throughout the New England area. And coming up next, we've got a show in North Carolina. That'll be November 7th at 10 a.m., and we can tell you a little bit more about that. But first of all, we have a story for you just for Halloween. It's Perseus and Medusa, a Greek myth.
Long ago in Greece, there was a hideous creature named Medusa. Legend has it that she'd once been a beautiful woman, but she made one of the gods angry, so he turned her into a monster with snakes growing out of her head instead of hair.
Nobody's perfect. I happen to think my reptilian locks are really snazzy, okay?
She was so hideous that anyone who looked upon her turned to stone.
That's right. When people see me, first they marvel, and then they marble. Oh, take me for granted, and I'll take you for granted. How about this one?
Never mind. We get the idea. So, Medusa was not exactly the life of the party. Everywhere she went, she left a trail of puns and incredibly realistic sculpture.
Better stay out of my way, people. I'm having a bad snake day.
She went to live by herself in a subterranean lair, or as the Greeks called it, a cave, in the mountains. And whenever some poor, unfortunate traveler came through and happened to run across her, they were, quite literally, petrified.
I'm building up quite a statue garden here. Now one day, the king held a big banquet for his birthday, and he invited all of the celebrities in the kingdom to come, including a young hero named Perseus. As it happened, the king wanted to marry Perseus's mother, who was a widow.
Well, I don't know about marrying her, but maybe I'd like to take her for a date to the Olympics or something. I don't know.
But Perseus didn't like the idea, and told his mother he didn't like the idea, because he was suspicious of the king.
How dare he be suspicious of me? I guess I'll have to get rid of him somehow.
So, when the king sent out the invitations to the birthday banquet, he asked all of his guests to bring him a gift, a very specific gift. He asked them to bring him a horse, except he didn't tell Perseus. So when they all arrived and presented their gifts...
Here's an Appaloosa for you, your majesty. Well, thank you very much.
Here's a quarter horse for you, sire.
Well, the cost is not important, it's the thought that counts.
And here's a sawhorse for you, your highness.
Wow, that's so practical.
And when Perseus saw that all of the other guests had brought horses, he was rather embarrassed.
I guess my gift is not exactly up to par. Oh, I don't know. I'm sure I'll be able to find some use for a hand-crocheted tea cozy. Forgive me, sire. If I'd only known what a fancy celebration this was going to be, I would have brought a gift with more legs. Maybe I could have brought that wooden horse I picked up on my vacation in Troy. That's quite all right, my boy, quite all right. If you'd like to save face and make it up to me, and I'm sure you would, then there is one special little gift you could get for me. What? Just name it and it's yours. Except maybe for cleaning up after all these horses. Bring me the head of Medusa. Is that your final answer? She has become quite a nuisance up there in the mountains. I am sure that a noble young lad like you can get rid of her for me.
So Perseus knew that he was honor-bound to do what the king requested. But he didn't know how he was going to conquer Medusa, or even come close to her, without freezing in his tracks.
I'll go see the Graeae sisters. Maybe they can give me some advice.
The Graeae were 3 strange but wise old sisters who lived by themselves out on the plains. It was rumored that they could see into the future, but they had a hard time seeing anything else, because they only had one eye to share between the 3 of them. And since Graeae is spelled Graeae, it appears that they may have had to share consonants as well. Perseus knew that they did not like helping people, so he would have to take them by surprise. Hey! It's supposed to be my turn to use the eye. Give it to me!
Fine. I was about to get some dust out of it, but if that's how you feel, just go ahead and take it.
Hey, somebody's here. First intruder we've had in 200 years.
If he's handing out pamphlets, chase him away!
Greetings, ladies.
Ladies, he's the one who needs the eye.
What a great idea. I'll just snatch it.
Hey! Give that back! It's bad enough I have to share it with my sisters.
Sure, I'll be glad to give it back, just as soon as you tell me how I can defeat Medusa.
Medusa? Nobody can defeat Medusa.
Nobody except some dude named Platypus or something like that.
I think you mean Perseus.
But I am Perseus. If the prophecies say that I am the one to defeat her, I am relieved. But tell me how.
We don't know exactly how, except that you're supposed to approach her indirectly instead of directly.
What's that supposed to mean?
We're just reporters, not analysts.
Look, you better tell me what I'm supposed to do, or else you'll have to keep an eye on me for good.
We don't know what you're supposed to do. We just know what tools you need if you're going to fight her.
Okay, so give me the shopping list already.
Well, let's see. You'll need a good sword, a box to put her head in,
And a shield.
a highly polished shield.
That's it? That's all I need?
Well, it wouldn't hurt to have an invisibility cloak if you can find one.
But I have all 3 of those things already, except that my shield is not very polished. In fact, it's kind of muddy and may even have moss growing on it.
We'd suggest that you clean it and polish it, just to be safe.
But what difference could it possibly make if my shield is dirty?
That's what the prophecy says. Just saying.
Okay, I guess I'll clean it and polish it. That's just not how I wanted to spend my weekend.
Good! Now give us back our eye. It's hard for us to take a nap if we can't even close our eye.
Oh, very well. Thank you for the help, I think.
So Perseus polished up his shield, and he took it and the sword and the box and headed for the hills.
Okay, I think I'm on the right trail. All of these lifelike statues are a pretty good sign. Oh, this is spooky. The lair of Medusa must be around here somewhere. Now what do I do? If I look at her, I'll turn to stone. But I can't very well fight her with my eyes closed. I might as well have them closed, the way the sun reflecting off my shield is glaring in my eyes. I polished it so much I can see myself in it. Hey, that's it. If I can see my own reflection, then I can see hers. And maybe it won't turn me to stone. It's a 50-50 chance, which is much better odds than I had before. Maybe that's how I'm supposed to approach her indirectly.
So he turned around and began walking backward toward her lair as he looked into his shield to see where he was going.
Yoo-hoo! Medusa! Come out, wherever you are.
Who dares enter my territory? You know who you're fooling with. I will rock you. Oh, yeah. Oh, you must be pretty hard-headed to show up at my doorstep.
You'll be even more hard-headed when I'm through. And hard-footed, for that matter.
We'll see about that.
You can't see anything if you wear your hair down over your face like that.
That's the back of my head.
Oh, I thought your elbows must really be double-jointed. What's the matter? You afraid to face me?
You might say that. Or you might say that I prefer an indirect approach.
Cute. Oh, we can write that on your monument, which will be you yourself. This time tomorrow, you'll have birds pooping on your shoulder. Hey, why haven't you turned into stone already? Oh, it's never taken this long before.
Then my plan must be working.
Oh, your plan will be done as soon as I grab you and stare into your face.
Good luck with that. Hi-ya!
As Medusa tried to grab him, he used an amazing backhanded swing of his sword to slice off the monster's head. Unfortunately, she grew 9 more, and...
No. That's not Medusa you're thinking of. It's the Hydra.
Right. Sorry. Oh, hard to keep my monster straight this time of year. Okay, so he put Medusa's head into a box, without looking at it, of course, and took it back to the king, who was very surprised to see him.
To say the least. Are you sure it's really Medusa's head in there, or is it just a pumpkin or something? One way to find out, sire. Open it up and see. I guess I'll take your word for it.
Now, I'm not sure if the king ever did marry Perseus's mother, but legend has it that he kept Medusa's head for a long time, and that it still had the power to turn people to stone. So he used it against his enemies. In fact, I've heard that it's still out there somewhere, waiting for the next person who opens up that box and looks in. Trick or treat!
And that's the story of Perseus and Medusa from Greece.
Ooh, what are you going to be for Halloween?
What am I going to be for
What are you
Halloween?
going to be for Halloween?
I'm going to be something really spooky.
What are you going to be?
An actor.
Oh!
They're scary.
They're scary? Love to hear what you all are going to be for Halloween. You can leave us some comments in our comment section on the website, or give us a call, 800-429-6576, and let us know what you're going to be for Halloween. Also, let us know what stories you'd like to hear in the future. Folktales. We do folktales. Like I said, we do have a public show coming up in High Point. It'll be at the library on November 7th at 10 a.m. It is during the school, so that's a good program to bring homeschooled kids to, and we'll have some school kids coming in that are being bussed into that program as well.
Yes, and after that we head farther south, South Carolina and Florida.
Yes, and then we'll have some shows coming up. There'll be public shows in the Miami area next.
Right.
Yeah, so that'll be in January. But in the meantime, stay activated and have a happy Halloween.
See you next time.
Activated Story Theater is committed to bringing fun, educational shows to schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use physical comedy, American Sign Language, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring multicultural folktales to life. For booking information, check out our website, activatedstorytheater.com, where you can also find out when the activated actors will be performing near you. Read a story, or order one of our audio CDs. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or listen on Stitcher. We look forward to your comments and folktale suggestions. Stay activated. Until next time.